I mean, the first time I did heroin, I was 17. I just graduated high school. And I remember a specific day that had been with my friend, and I came back home. My parents were gone, and the night before I had dropped a piece of dope under my car. And under the seat of the car. So that night I couldn't see because it was dark, so I was frantically looking for it. And then when I got home, parents weren't there. I parked in the garage, and I was just freaking out looking for this little tiny piece, of heroin. And my brother came out into the garage. He's like, "What are you doing?" And I said nothing, because he didn't know at that time that I was what I was doing. And my brother was a very he would just dig at you and dig at you and dig at you until, he was ruthless. He just wanted to know, what you were doing. He would have been a really good salesman, or a lawyer. So he was like, "What are you doing?" And I just wouldn't tell him. And then he freaked out. And so I finally told him so he'd leave me alone. And his reaction was like he was pissed. And I'm like, okay. Well, you know what? It's my choice what I'm doing. You don't have to do it. You don't have to, like what I'm doing, but I'm going to do it. And I think maybe it was like a couple of months after that when we first did it. And, he was 14, I was 18.
I swear to God, I have totally blanked all this out. I can't even, remember how it went down. I'm so...
Really?
Yeah. You're, telling me a story.
I first started taking pills when I had knee surgery due to a soccer injury. And the first time I took them, I had never heard of pain pills. I just knew that it was something that's gonna, take the pain away. When I was a senior, that's when the OxyContin came around the area. And once I tried that, I was like, whoa, it's a whole different world versus a Norco, So that was definitely an eye-opener and something that I enjoyed feeling.
I was always around. I was a stay-at-home mom. And for me, I was a stay-at-home mom because it was important to me, because I know the trouble I got into when my mom was at work. Not that I fault my mom. I had two working parents. It was just the way it had to happen.
I have no idea how I pulled off hiding everything from my parents. I was gone a lot.
I did not notice any issue with her with drugs and alcohol until after my son passed away.
It wasn't an everyday thing for him at the, beginning stages. And then I just saw the progression just get worse and worse and worse. And when I was doing that with him, I just thought we were having a good time, thought we were partying, and I didn't think about it.
Treatment-wise, outpatient programs until Kaiser finally would let him go in for treatment. It was just program after program. And then, finally Kaiser's like, "Look, this isn't working for him. We're not going to have him go into any more treatment centers." And then, then it became jail, and it became, you can't come home. You can't live this comfortable life and do the things you're doing. So it was a matter of scrambling to find a home that would take a minor. He was like the most loving, sensitive, sweet. Literally, no matter what, he always told me he loved me. I always told him I loved him. That's one thing that, don't turn your back on your kids, no matter what. Tough love you do tough love a certain way, You don't give them money, you support them in getting treatment for them. But you always love them and let them know that you're loved, because they're already battling their own issues. They don't need to think that you hate them too.
So I went to a treatment center for a month, and then did sober living, kind of used it as a vacation. had a chef. It was like felt like I was like in a 5-star hotel. And it was nice, but it wasn't really, I wasn't serious about it. I was trying to convince everybody that I was. And I moved back home. I had like 90 days, I think, a little over 90 days. And I moved back home. We celebrated, went out to dinner. And then I relapsed the next day. I got into a treatment center. I ended up staying there for almost 8 months. And I haven't touched heroin, any opiate, any pills, anything since October. Last time I used was October 18th of 2012. And my life has been fantastic.